trying to position against the paranoia, and now stuck between a rock and a hard place. It's Cubert taking all the angles around, have to evict Envy from their safe positions. You have a crossfire, Egster with 3, but Redux with the last laugh. But still, I don't know how much he's laughing when he has a 1v2 ahead of him. And Cubert had the right rotations, but Envy getting away with just being such a mechanically outstanding team, and Redux just tried to juggle. Casual round 3-dimensional drift from Egster. Is he gonna want to pop this behind them? I mean, Inspire just makes it easier from the front side. Egster will decloak behind, and Cubert are really trapped, especially with a shotgun. Oh, jeez. Just let this round simmer, I guess, and almost flawless out of Envy.
The Bulldog. Forced by in a fight to main.
Oh, wow. What? Redux gets 2 with that. Oh, my God. 4 kills down, and Cubert thought they were safe. You forgot to look both ways before crossing the road. After the back-to-back hits, so at least the ones that have worked, and now you just big ol' hug towards poppin'. Nismo brings one back, and Cubert barely covering their bases. Still getting backstabbed. Cubert now run into the traps here of Inspire. Kane's-Zera is limited by the smoke, or the slow orbs, I should say.
30 seconds left.
Cubert are going to be about to face some trouble here very soon, because Envy already at the front door, splitting up the site with the smokes and the walls, and Envy are just picking them apart. Even the op gets in on the action. His own satellite just trying to hide, but Envy just find them all. Still to march on without their duelist, but who's watching the front side? Cubert thankfully reacted in time, but the gaps could be exploited. Now the gaps have been covered too. Now the Viper's Pit gonna be in place here for Cubert. This is a good round, especially with the Hunter's Fury expended, but it's equal numbers. Not an easy route for the op. Zegster's gonna swap that up, and now the angles. Envy start to surround, and they're ready to conquer and puncture through this fortress. Ion's gonna get another chance to take down this pit.
This time around.
Kane is suspicious. Oh my God, like the 0.1 second flick is crazy. Like Cubert, I feel like you have to throw all the plans out the window, and you just gotta try and aim better. Nismo will forgive the 1 kill, but almost Redux got farmed again. This is about to be the Kane's-Zera montage, isn't it? But Cubert won't let this be a flawless round, but picking up the spike, it's right within the sightlines of Ion. Cubert are literally trapped in a corner. What could they possibly do?
By their old wall!
That too.
1 enemy remaining.
Oh man, there's nowhere to run, there's nowhere to hide, and well, Satellite has his own smoke to hide around, but... All right, popping our knowers. Hunter's Fury tags Satellite. He's down for the count. Cubert all to the left side, trying to get within the site is difficult, and Caillou opens it up. Now through 2 different angles, Knights and Caillou could pull it off. 2 versus 3. Got to keep the spike plant safe enough. Behind the box is the only safe place to work, because there's just no smokes. And Envy don't miss those shots twice. Here comes Kane's-Zera to end the round with fire if they can. And oh my God, there's just an array of util all over A, and death, taxes, and a first blood for Envy. That's what's for sure. Turning away from Cubert right through the site, but a lot of kill trips waiting for them. And Envy still slice them at the heel at every step that Cubert take. It's Envy all day and night. The possible flawless cheese. 30 in like a good, I guess we can say that now. Ooh, wait,
nice.
Finally a first blood in Cubert's favor, but Envy kind of gifted that. Look at these trips. We're having a ball.
Still gets one.
Okay, paranoia. Cubert doesn't hit anyone. Camera's gonna see where this is coming, and Inspire rounds about and doesn't get the backstab he was hoping for. Cubert have to face the final boss, Egster, with the first ult in round 3. He's unstoppable. And what looked to be an assured round from Cubert. An aid. And Cubert have ways to dissuade Envy from the site, and it's just a fadeaway from Satellite to kick things off. Cubert desperately need this pistol. Not just need, I think it's demanded. Envy get away with a plan. Now they're looking to circle and get around Market and catch Cubert off guard. And it's the Viper's Wall, the only thing that keeps Cubert safe for now, and that's gone.
They're wasting a lot of time to group up, though. They've finally moved forward. They've given a chance for Envy to set up for a crossfire.
Here's the flood back in from Cubert. Kind of affected by their own orb, though. As that waits, they're trying to satchel this person out of the corner, and the crossfire still holds from Envy. And Cubert do everything. 2 versus 2. Who can lock in the most? And it's Ion versus Knights. The fuse has to stick, and Knights kind of clean with it. Not going to have enough time, though, unfortunately. Yeah.
With all that, they've gotten so much space on top middle.
KaneZera just has to bait. They were worried about Knights, perhaps, after he got pinged on the right side. And want to walk into a paranoia, or at least have the whole team affected by that. And Cubert bit down on the fake, and Envy wrapped around the left side. And then Cubert just stagger in one by one and get absolutely farmed by Inspire. Inspirational Valorant, also with quick Valorant, 13-1 for Envy. That wasn't even their map pick. Shake off what happened map 1. We already forgot what happened map 1, and I'm looking forward to seeing what Cubert can do. If they can flesh out the rats from short, and hey, converging from all sides has definitely worked out for Cubert. The way Envy at the top side have made this more difficult than it should have. Poppin's still gonna stay and try to dodge all this util and catch Redux before he did a backflip into the site, and this feels like a good round for Cubert, although I'll wait until it's finished. Yeah, the clone drop down, but Envy to wait out the thorns. KaneZera ready to throw out the wall or the vulnerable. Flash ready for Exter. Here's the hit, the retake from Envy. The shotgun up close. Not enough damage to Nismo. Now it's a lot more trades and better for Cubert this time. Fire with fire, suppress Envy at the door. The concuss and Redux with the punish, but a better trade. Envy lose out on that encounter. Now the decoy to lead the way, the wall to reinforced at the front, but up high. Envy go unwatched. Big heads up play from Knights, gets the 2-piece combo. And Cubert have matched it up. The drone, and now you know someone is nearby. Where is Inspire hiding? You don't expect a duo, though. Redux has to be the playmaker. And Envy are lurking around, and Cubert just go in relentlessly. They don't care. And Envy don't even group up, so they just get shredded one by one. Cubert did a good job of assessing and dislodging the problem.
Fight instead.
He's gonna just fight through it, and we'll have his fellow duelist by his side, and then you just have garage control for Envy. Cubert just flooding over one lane, and Caillou getting 3 makes this very winnable for Cubert until it wasn't. Do what you can and stop Inspire. This could really ruin Cubert's plans. Nismo ahead of the game. Hunter's Fury pierces the heart of the site, and Envy lost in the sauce and now have to leave.
All right, great entries once again from Cubert into the B site.
They were able to win against Envy last time, and like Liz said, it's a very mature team, and Redux kind of leads the way. No one checks the corner. That's unfortunate wall for Redux.
B site because they've spotted that weakness on that point. Dude, what type of wall bang is that, man? He gets it in the window.
Enemy remaining.
These multi-kills are insane. Like, Envy just banked on C not getting hit at all, and they just stacked the rest of the map, and you're short, Steel Guard, and Paranoia. Okay, the kidnap, kill contract. A lot happening at once, but Cubert have set up for now. KaneZera wins his 1v1 in the kill contract. You got the Viper's Pit, a big investment for Cubert coming in these last 2 rounds post-timeout. Envy have to fight blindly and drop within the pit, and Cubert just clutch up when it matters. This is where the Stinger could do a lot of work. I don't know about the ghost from Nismo. Of course, KaneZera wins that. Upcoming ace for the GOAT. KaneZera can hide, but I don't know if he can deny the inevitable, and Ion doesn't care about no ace. He cares only about wins.
Those guys already rotated back on A.
Ooh. There's that jump peek we like out of Redux. The re-peek, though, Poppin still gets his win. Flash out of top heaven, and Envy just annihilate Cubert. Now with that ping, Cubert are just caught out in the open with no other second chances. Oh, Poppin's so clean with the op of his Knights with a paranoia.
Planted.
Just Kai. What? That flick, that turn, it was crazy. And opening maybe with the smokes from Envy on the post plant are so difficult for Cubert to traverse and let some space. They had the right crossfire. Cubert had the right ideas. 2 versus 1. Buddy system. Exter with the timing. Just the jumps is so crazy and goofy. It's the Guardian, but he can be scary with that. Here's the hit from Envy. Paranoia, but counter paranoia from Cubert to try and limit them. And King Sarah rounds about, stabs Cubert in the back, and evicts all the defenders within A. The hero could be Redux, but bounces all the way into the high ground with the Outlaw very loudly. Not expecting Envy to be exploring as deep as they were. Now it's just Nismo, which plenty of money to play with, so see what damage you can do. Envy on their buys. We'll try and hold. He'll not get the recon, and now there's just a Your teleport sitting next to him. So a bit of confusion and chaos, and Envy, that's where they thrive. This is their playground, but Satellite's been a beast. A 3K, the ultimate anchor. So Envy try to deal with the reinforcements. Knights gets away, rotates in, and Envy just get outnumbered and outgunned. So now it's just Inspire in a 1 versus 3. Now Satellite's very low, has to try and work this together and gives the ace to Satellite. So just ignore the pit. Envy, that seems to be their plan for now, to go after this Vice, and Nismo steal Garden, and he protects himself in time. And Cubert have help on the way. And Envy, do they even want to pivot sites? Like they can be pretty stubborn. They're just gonna delay the push, at least for now. And that's when Cubert were just set up, and Envy walked right into their trap. Formation all around B. And Satellite lurks within the shadows, but he's hunted down, and now Envy have an opening. They found a weakness. Now it's Salt in the wound, but the left side goes unsmoked, and Cubert have found a way to exploit the setup of Envy on top of the Hunter's Fury 2 from Caillou. At least Envy recover the spike and try to go for another site, but Inspire will be alone to do so.
And there's that flash from Nismo to confirm here that he's lurking up for a plant on that C site.
Versus 4. Oh, aim check. Doesn't want to get pinged by the drone, but does so anyway. Wanted to re-peek to just see, would Envy get a sense of security? And now Envy, after hearing Redux leave, they punish him, and Envy get within the sight in the blink of an eye. Now you got a flank from Knights with the ult, and Kane Zero goes exploring through Garage solo. Caillou will be coming through the front side. Knights on the flank, and Kane Zera's looking for the ace, the first one for him this series. Oh, Knights denies it, but ultimately Envy thrive and live on. Steel Garden, Paranoia. Okay, Exter will be sacrificed. Okay, no, he manages to teleport in time. And now the spam through the other side. Cubert don't even know where the danger is coming from, but they know where the shots are. And Cubert punished them. When Envy were just suppressing them through the smoke, somehow Cubert just knew exactly where they were.
And that was just a heads-up play by Cubert Academy to win their map. Or win this map against Envy.
What seems to be open. Kane Zera does get marked, right clicks. And look at this chase down from Cubert, but they walk into the sightlines. Cubert got so greedy, and they didn't even get the kill that they wanted. Kane Zera's at 21 HP, needs a band-aid, but built a solid friendship with Inspire from that.
All right, at least Nismo got his one.
Through it nonetheless. Inspire does get concussed, but Cubert still don't have vision of where these defenders are. And Envy already have first blood, and Envy have the high ground. Anakin and Cubert are left without any legs underneath them. Unless Redux can pull this off. If anyone can do it, it's him. 1 versus 2. Bit of a dance,
Last
a
player
tango.
standing.
He's found his partner. How about against Ion? Should have the headshot. No, just shot too fast, too soon. A big clutch for Redux.
Yo, ult.
All right, let's see how high you can jump, Redux. But the Prowler will just deal with that first, and Redux cannot skip by all of his responsibilities. Envy ahead of the game, at the door, closing that. And the Steel Garden and the Null Command. Will that be the difference maker for Cubert? At least Nismo is back on his feet, but Poppin is making this a no man's land. The paranoia is pretty big for Mendy. Keeps Cubert anchored. And they still need to plant plenty of time for them to play this game, and Ion wants to conclude it for good. The Haunt first, Satellite on protector duty.
Spike planted. Last player
At least that goes through, but Knights has to do it all on his own. 31 HP, and the Odin is just louder and better. Speaking of that, Kane Zera could just come through the breakable door. Nightfall from Envy, Poppin dislodge, the timing a bit off, and Cubert know how to pace up, tempo up when it matters, but Ion in tree with the judge is crazy. Cubert match blow for blow, and they still have the numbers, but they don't have a spike plant. Now Envy is trying to squeak pockets. The door is closing. There's no way.
Your biggest mistake was.
So they know about this B and C lead, rather.
All right, Ion will finish off what Extra started, teleporting out, and Cubert trying to re-clear while that window seems open. With Ion having a paranoia, he could assist Egster. Still has 2 flashes. Cubert have to go in as a squad and not just Redux skipping by. They have to play this from front to back, and the synergy is beautiful out of Cubert. After Waterfall, it's Inspire. Was trying to do the damage that he could, but it is the inevitable of Cubert. Looking like they're about to win this round, and Naive, meaning Cubert can be a bit faster towards B, and Kane Zera hesitates on wanting to hold that. Maybe he didn't have the right weapon or wanted more members, but he shows us back, and Cubert show him the L, and they have the spike planted. Envy about to converge from all sides. Eggs are getting into position with the dimensional drift and a Bucky to boot, and a paranoia Envy just creating chaos. Cubert don't know where to look. On top of the Thorns too, Envy were limited on the space, but it doesn't matter. They just divide and conquer Cubert. Save that and have Caillou use the Haunt. Same sort of information, same sort of round. Cube, open up B. And just now we're even more aware of the positions that Envy like to take around B. Trying to break the setup of Envy. Cubert, they learn. And they do better every step of the way, doubling the numbers of Envy.
Even going for a Nightfall into the B site. Dude.
Yeah, I just can't hear you over this Odin.
Yeah.
Just popping.
At least we heard the kills.
That's all that matters. Yeah, maybe it would have been nice to have Satellite part of this, but hey, Redux is part of the equation. There's the kill contract we were hoping for. Oh, losing that to Caillou. Okay. Now we have a game on our hands, and instantly Exter ends it.
Dude, Redux shot the clone too, I think. And then he kills it with the buggy. Oh, dude.
All right, looking for a neural theft kill here for Inspire and a Nightfall, but really don't even need ult. Sion just insane, going for the ace. King of the hill, king of rubble. The corpses lay behind. This is funny. Last round of the half. Satellite putting them down, but ends up being 8-4. If that finds Satellite, could open up more options, but Cubert just take matters into their own hands. Poppin keeps himself alive, but he's about to get backstabbed by Satellite, and now the spike is down. And now this round is cooked. The only win con for Envy is the element of mystery, and Knights being on 1 life, Satellite steadies, doesn't really shoot back, and Inspire gets to recover. Now the camera spotted him and the barrel and gets tagged. Whoa! And help reinforce C, because Envy will be teleporting in, but the sheer gonna be spotted. Envy are not gonna fall for that trap, but they do fall to the bullet of an outlaw, so looks like Envy are still gonna be stubborn about it, and Kane's Zera drops. Cubert just gonna wait for Envy to have the press first, and Exter ahead of the game. 2 versus 4 for Envy on the post plant, and it's just not gonna work out. Hey, Ion expecting one at breakable door, but all the troubles ahead of him. Ion isolates 1, 2, 3, and the 4th one. He does it again.
Break the door.
Ion's just a laser today, using the decoy now to get everyone's attention, trigger all that util. Cubert is still using prowlers. Envy have Inspire shooting Knights in the back, who was trying to get away from the neural theft, and Inspire just paves the way to victory for Envy to get to double digits. And the entire map is their oyster.
Inspire to walk up to get that second kill right onto Knights. Want here to try to fight.
Okay, Cubert.
Oh, he gets
The ultimate paranoia, but kind of choking the shots. But the synergy just matters more. Knights cleaner with the Sheriff. Cubert have done a real dent into Envy's chances this round, but Inspire's going to ignore all of that and just lurk around B.
That was perfect. Redux missing all of his shots was just to make sure that Envy had no bullets to fight against those swinging out with the Sheriff. Which is Knights coming out with a beautiful 2K, a 2-piece with the Sheriff, and now gives man advantage for Cubert. Although weapon still on the side of Envy, as Inspire just got spotted.
Last player standing.
Oh. Cubert now invest the util, buddy system. You just throw everything at Envy.
Got double ults, big ults to work with here towards spawn.
And more prowlers, more harassment from Cubert and Waterfall, and Envy just pick a lane and own it. But Knights and Caillou, they have their wins through Waterfall and hit Envy from behind. Exter has a dimensional drift. He has a clone to try and cross this road without taking too many shots. Now a Nightfall is being invested from Caillou, and the dimensional drift, ult for ult, band for band. Watches the defuse go by and drops to the low ground. And not the best spot to approach these fraggers.
Offensive sided for both teams.
And kill contract. Let's see how this goes. There's a lot of killing happening. Cubert, I put a line down in the sand, and Envy shall not cross it. And everything in the back pocket, including a paranoia. As Envy wait to react, the haunt, and Envy look that way, and that's the first strike, and that's an opening for Cubert. The paranoia, the flood back in. Envy, do not leave the site, they're seized in. Oh, thanks to Caillou and Redux, the janitor on duty gets his 4K on the board. Has to watch the B teleport in. Exter with the chase down with the stinger. You can't run and you can't hide against this guy. Now Envy know exactly where Cubert could be coming from too. Safe enough to plant. Neural theft advantage. Inspire lives on with 10 HP with his last breath. He tells the team where he is. And it's an absolute bloodbath. 2 versus 1. And Satellite to go for the win. Just to re-clear every entry. No idea where anybody is, and that's where Exter emerges. Again, I don't know if you can afford to miss that shot. And now Envy encroaches, op denied. Envy lay the floor of Cubert corpses. Now it'll have to be a 3 versus 4 retake. Redux has the ult. Not a lot that Envy have in the bank to delay and slow down someone like Redux. Nismo's got knife, he's got flash, he's got Envy's attention. Popping at this corner could be what cuts Cubert at the heel. And here is the entry, here's the ult. And Redux is basically on his own and just trades 1 for 1. Nismo 1 versus 2 for the win for Cubert. Has this isolated 1v1, chooses a better moment. Oh, and he gets tagged, 27 HP. Not gonna have time, needs to get this halfway, but Exter's on his way, and we go to overtime. Win streak up until Envy forced the OT, and now you gotta put up or shut up, and man, Cubert, are they silent or have they been silenced? They've been denied B, and it's time for another plan. It's time to hit into C. There's still a trip ahead of them. Looks like Cubert have broken it, are still delayed. We're assessing the different routes. Envy cut off. Inspire just pushes solo past his own cage. And now it's just the hero plays. And Nismo, quick flick. And a quick 3, 1v1. There's only one place Nismo can be. And he's lurking within his own smoke. And Ion's trying to bait him out. And as Nismo, the barrel sticks out, Ion gets the win. Let's see what kind of a dent. His satellite just dodges the paranoia, and the lurk gets shut down from Inspire over at B. So now sky's the limit on the angles that Cubert can take. If Envy even lets you think about it, they're even extending out of the site. Exter's inserted, and Redux is jump peeking, but didn't see this one coming, and Exter doesn't get to teleport out. A quick punish. We were waiting to see this out of Cubert. 3 versus 3 for the win. And it's looking dire. Envy can only stand and watch as the round dissipates. It'll just be a 4 versus 3 within the site, and it's going pretty back and forth. Paranoia backside. Yeah, Poppin limited on what he can do and what he can see. Cubert are gonna abandon C.
30 seconds left.
Big risk, because Envy are ahead of this, and the smokes are out, but not before the bullet trails past Exter. But Envy ready for trades, but wait, Ion stumbled. Oh, just secure the round for Envy. Envy is keeping Cubert there, maybe to give Inspire a chance at this backstab, and Caillou saw it coming, but couldn't do anything about it. And Cubert 3 versus 3 on the retake, on the site, and in the minds of Envy. They go toe for toe. Envy can swing together. Now the neon wall does break everything up, but it doesn't matter. Exter walks past it.
This was take.
And Envy have gotten their revenge. They go to the upper final.